You can't get back what wasn't real. You can't get back something that wasn't real. Some of you may be trying to rekindle relationships, trying to reestablish what you had with someone in the very beginning, but you can't get back something that wasn't real. Sometimes you may be puzzled and can't figure out, why is it that you can't reconnect with this man or this woman? Why is it that no matter how much you're talking, no matter how much you're trying, it just seems as if everything you're doing is wrong. Every effort is being criticized. Any and everything about you bothers this individual. And you may try to repeat and to reenact the things that you guys used to do. Perhaps you try to do, some things you used to do on Friday nights. Perhaps you try to go to the place that you guys used to visit. Perhaps you try to cook them their favorite meals. Perhaps you try to, I don't know, whatever it is, you will try to go back and remember those things that made them smile. Put on that outfit, or do your hair a certain way, cut your hair a certain way, wear the cologne she likes, wear the perfume he used to compliment you about, do these different things, paint your nails a certain way, take some classes, graduate, get your masters and doctorates, eat right, exercise, pick up and be involved in different causes. Whatever it is that once brought out the reactions, and you may even try to plan vacations and go to these places that you once went to, because you're just hoping that it would rekindle everything. You guys remember, she will remember the good times. And you're desperately clinging to what was false. You see, the reason why you can go back, even no matter how much you take them to these places and make them their favorite meals and wear the colognes and the perfumes that they like, and change your hair and cut your hair and do whatever you can possibly do, and repeat the things that you did that make them laugh, and say things that made them smile and brought those connections, was because it was never genuine to begin with. They were never a nice person. So that's why you're having a hard time finding that nice individual. They didn't find you funny. It was a pretense. So now that you're still being yourself, they're annoyed by you. You wear the perfumes, you wear the colognes, you do your hair a certain way. They're unmoved by it because they were never moved to begin with. But to get you and to be in a relationship with you and to get their claws on you and to be in your life and to get whatever it is that they wanted to get, at the very least, just having somebody that loved them, they pretended to be a certain way. Understandably, there's different aspects of a relationship where sometimes you can lose those things where let's say this. If you're in a relationship with a person that really loved you, cared about you, and you abuse the relationship, you abuse them continually, you keep hurting them, they're going to change. They're not going to be the same. They can't be the same. They won't laugh as much. They won't receive as much because they shut down. They don't trust you anymore. You destroyed them. Okay? I have a video that's called A Sneak Peek of Hurt and Pain, and I hope I remember, and I'll put it in the comments below. I'll pin it there so you can see it. So if you destroy somebody and you hurt them, you've cheated and you've lied and you've used and you've abused and you've physically, mentally, emotionally, one or the other, or most of those things, abusing them, the person will change. They're not going to smile as much. They're not, because you're hurting them. And so if you have a clean sheet of paper and you get a marker and just scribble all over it, it's not going to look the same anymore. And it's going to take work and lots of trust and healing to get that person back, if ever. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about a person being this way because you abuse them or anything like that. I am discussing a person who has changed significantly and you don't know why. And they're beginning to reject you and deny you. You know, sometimes you may be married to them, whatever the case is, and so they're denying you sexually. They're denying affection. They're not doing those nice things anymore, and you're trying to figure out why. And you're doing everything to get it back. But I'm here to kind of give you the harsh reality that you cannot get back what wasn't real. Who is real is most likely the person behind you. I'm sorry, the person before you. That was always there. But what do? A lot of times these individuals will look at you, pretty much analyze you. They see the kind of person you are, and so they emulate, they morph. Okay? They morph. They become a chameleon. They learn you and they become that because they want you in their lives. There are lots of people out there that want you because they like how you treat them and how you make them feel. You can't get something back that wasn't real. And so you have to make that decision in your heart and see the reality and stop trying to make things happen. It's not that it's easy, but is it easy being in the relationship? You may settle to be there, but it's not exactly easy. A lot of times we can deliberately put up blinders to what's before our eyes, and God will show you and open your eyes and show you the truth. And unfortunately, there are a lot of people who stay in these relationships because of fear. But you cannot expect someone to treat you better than you treat yourself. If you don't care enough about yourself, if you don't have enough respect, you're willing to be walked on and do anything, how can you expect someone to treat you better than you treat yourself? You have to evaluate yourself, find out what's missing in you, because something is missing in order to have attracted that sort of person or to remain after they've done something like that or they're mistreating you. It is a process and it's not always easy. But the Word of God says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So He can help you. You can seek counsel. You can go to counseling. There are plenty of self-help books. Prayer absolutely works. Learn your lessons. And pray for the strength to make the choices that will be difficult. I always say it's always better. I'd rather hurt moving forward. I'd rather cry on my way to healing than to hurt and to cry being in the relationship with someone who doesn't care about me anyway. You can't get back what wasn't real. And they'll make you feel like it's you and there's you're the cause of it and all these different things. No, it was never real. It was never real. And them being able to have this rigid resolve and just keep mistreating you and deny you love and affection and just make you feel so irrelevant. They'll take what you give them with a steel face in place, and they'll allow you to do things for them, but they will still not give you anything. If you're laughing, they're dismissing you. They are keeping you on a leash, making you feel ridiculous and silly. This person does not love you. Not only that, they don't like you. Because when a person is so critical about every little thing you do, they dislike you. And they like to see your expression fall. They like to break your smile and take it off your face. They like to see you apprehensive. They're enjoying it because they're miserable on the inside and there's no goodness in them. Don't get caught up in the good times and the facade and the traps and the baits that they used to pull you in. It was only a facade. You can't get back what wasn't real.